Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Morgan Grice and I'm a freelance illustrator and bookbinder, and since November 2020 I have been working on building my own stationery brand, and I thought it'd be really fun to share the process and take you along the journey with me. So as this is the first video in the series, I thought I'd just quickly talk to you about the company, about the business that I'm setting up, introduce it a little bit and kind of set the scene. So my business that I am setting up is called Odd Orange, and it is a handmade stationery brand for creative people. I plan on making and selling handmade sketchbooks, notebooks, as well as things like notepads, planners, art prints, greetings cards, stickers, all sorts of things that are very design-led and illustrative. I'll show you some of the books that I've made in my last collection that I launched. These are a couple of sketchbooks that are handmade from scratch in pretty colours. All of my books feature excellent quality paper. The binding is very durable and functional. All books open completely flat. They're all hand stitched, so they're very durable. They can take a lot of beating basically. All the art paper is of exceptional quality, all mixed media for artists just like myself, and the notebook paper is really beautiful quality. It's fountain pen friendly, and all of the paper is responsibly sourced. Most of it is recycled from post-consumer waste. Since November, I have been slowly working away at building this company. I'm now about 3 months away from my launch, and I've been documenting the entire process. Today's video is all about the branding, how I designed the branding for Odd Orange and the process that goes into that. It was filmed back in February 2021, so it's old footage, but it's still good. I wasn't very comfortable on camera, so please beware that there's going to be a lot of awkwardness, but it's worth it. It'll push through and I get a lot more comfortable as the videos go on. So now I'll take you back to past Morgan, who is working on all of the branding for Odd Orange. So this is where I'm at so far. I had a look at doing more handwritten logos, so I was trying out different handwriting styles and different materials. We've got brush pen here, fine liner, Posca pen, what's that, a Tombow marker pen, as well as a pencil crayon. Just trying out different combinations. I'm not focusing on colour just yet, just the overall typeface. I'm leaning more towards doing a handwritten logo just because it's more illustrative and fun and kind of encompasses the feel that I want for the company. But also trying out 3D, but I didn't like that. Paper cutouts as well, which I actually really like. And then I was looking at using actual typefaces. So all these, I'm actually really terrible when it comes to typefaces. I struggle to see what typeface is good and what's bad. I found a few. I'm wanting more simplistic typefaces if I were to go for typeface. Quite spaced out letters potentially. But yeah, that's what I've come up with, but I want to do a lot more research in that area. Next, I'm going to be focusing on some different colour palettes that I like. I have this book here, a dictionary of colour combinations, which is really great for different colour combinations. So I'm going to have a flick through that. I've noted down some other colour combinations that I would like to use, and I'm going to try and find a combination that I like. I'm also needing to research into branding because I want to know more, so I've got a few videos and Skillshare classes that I want to do. I also have some books I'll show you quickly. I bought this book of branding. This is just book about branding, so I'm going to read through that as well. And I've got Creating a Brand Identity, a Guide for Designers by Catherine Slade Brooking. So that's also a book that I'm going to be reading. So yeah, fun times, more research. So recently I got accepted into a program called Be Seen, which is a program run by a bunch of different Birmingham universities in the UK, and they offer this program to students of these universities and graduates, and I graduated from Birmingham City University in 2020. So I applied to go on this program and I got accepted, which I'm really excited about. And what it consists of is a month-long boot camp to get you started with your business, to teach you all about everything that goes into having a business. And they also offer mentoring, facilities to use, as well as a grant at the end. So a really, really exciting and beneficial program that I'm so excited to be a part of. So that's starting this week. So I'm going to be having a busy month learning all this new information. I've been working on my branding here and there. I've been quite busy the last month and a half since I was last on here, but I've come to a point where I'm about to make a set of 3 branding profiles that I can then choose from. So I'm going to quickly show you my sketchbook. So since my last update, I have been working on a bunch of colour palettes, just choosing ones that spoke most to me and ones that I'd come up with. I wanted to make sure that each colour palette has orange in it, since the name of my company is Odd Orange. So I was just playing around with complementary colours to go with orange, as well as different tones of orange. And I've read through both the books that I showed you guys, as well as did a bunch of Skillshare courses and watched some videos. I also got a new book I'll quickly show you. It's this one, Upstart, Visual Identities for Startups and New Businesses. I'll just put it there, which was really, really helpful, really inspiring. So from my research, I've just written down some really important keynotes so that I can go back to them when I'm finishing up the branding and adding things. I then went on to writing myself a branding brief with a mood board, just so I could get all my ideas down and have somewhere where I can keep returning back to make sure that I'm on track. I then did a competitor analysis of all my most prominent competitors. Then I started to come up with lots of different ideas. I like the idea of having alternating colours to mimic books on a bookshelf, having alternating colours, playing around with the name. And I was coming up with different ideas of combining the theme of bookbinding in with my logo. I started to come up with some more ideas I actually liked on this page. Again, this is mimicking books on a bookshelf. I really liked how this one came out, this icon. It could be used for like social media or something. It's books and then an orange. I also explored further the idea of my hand-cut, handmade paper logo and having it like this, looking like the logo and the letters I cut out, but having it coloured in rather than paper cut. Playing around with different textures and patterns that are reminiscent of different aspects of bookbinding. Just playing around, thinking about playing around with the name. So like, how odd, it seems with a perfect match. Something like that, just taking like the odd out of the name and using it for some interesting packaging things. This is just some ideas for my packaging. And then I started to come up with some rough digital mock-ups. So these are the handwritten ones, but I'm actually leaning away from them. I don't like them as much. I want it to be like, to look handmade and be playful, but I still want it to be professional. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go with this. Then I started to play around more with the paper cut logo and making it look a bit more polished. I do really like how this came out, and that little icon from it. And I started going into typefaces. So I took that further and I played around with changing the size of the letters. I went in with that other idea of like the paper cut logo. I took a typeface and edited it to look like that logo, and I do really like this as well. I do want to space the letters out more to see how that goes. And I was also coming up with these little orange icons, which I really like, but I don't know if they're a bit too juvenile looking. Like, I want the branding to be fun and playful, but I still want it to look professional and like not too serious, but you know, I want it to look like a legit company. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, the rest of today I'm going to start working on 3 separate branding profiles, get all that done, and then I'm going to hopefully pick between them which one I want to go with, and then refine that and finalise it, and hopefully I'll have my branding done soon. So I'm finishing up for the day now, and I've managed to do 3 rough branding profiles for my 3 kind of main ideas for the branding. So I'm just going to show you guys what I've done today. So these are the 3 different profiles, and I think I'm gonna stick them around the house and send a couple copies to friends and family to get people's opinions, because I'm quite stuck with which one I'm going to go for. This first one is more of an illustrative style with a handwritten type and a little illustration. And then this one is still quite fun and playful. It's based off the paper cut logo with that original colour palette, and it's just about colour blocking, and I quite like how that icon has come out. And the third one is more type based. It's a little bit more cleaner, and it's got that idea of the books stacking. I also did another little icon, but yeah, I'm gonna kind of look at them over the next couple of weeks and try and make my mind up. I might combine certain logos until I get something that I'm really happy with. So it's the 7th of April 2021, and this morning I officially registered my company. I am now a company director of Odd Orange Limited, which is really exciting. I'm just waiting for that application to be confirmed and to get my certificate in the post. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it all goes to plan, and I can start working in my new company. So just thought I'd quickly update you because it's kind of like a monumental moment for me. It's the 21st of April today, and I finally finished my branding. It's taken me months and months and months, well, 2 months, to finish it completely. I had a bit of a nightmare earlier on. So after I showed you my branding profiles, I then decided to go with the colour block design, and I finalised the whole thing. It took me a long time, and I mocked it up onto my website and social medias and my products, and I didn't like it, basically. And I was so heartbroken because I spent so long on it and I didn't know what else to do after that design. So I spent a few days thinking, researching. I tried out loads and loads of different ideas. In the end, I've gone with something that kind of combines all the 3 branding profiles. So I'll just show you now my sketchbook work and kind of talk through what I've done to fix all the issues that I came across. So after much tweaking and finalising, I did go with this, and I made all the letters exactly how I wanted. I finalised the colour palette, everything. It looked so good until I mocked it up, and that's when it just really
wasn't good. It wasn't as legible. It just looked a bit strange. So then I thought, I did play around a lot with this kind of type, but it wasn't really the vibe I was going for. I've had a lot of feedback from people and they said it was very me, like Morgan Grice as the illustrator, but I want to create something that's more than just me, something that is its own entity, and I want it to look professional as well and have its own personality while still, you know, having my style. So I decided that type was the best way to go with this, and I tried out loads of different typefaces, and I ended up settling on this one, Museo Sans Rounded 1000, because it felt like Odd Orange. It's the only one that when I looked at it, I just had this like this warm feeling inside. Like it just felt like I don't want to say the vibe, but it did feel like the vibe of the company and what I'm trying to achieve. So I did end up going with this typeface and edited it quite a bit. So I was going with that, and I then spent time refining everything, trying out new ideas, looking at new inspiration. I refined the colour palette, I refined the little logo, because I did really like the orange and I got a lot of feedback, positive feedback about the orange. People really connected with it and they felt like it had a lot of character. So I decided that I did want to go with this kind of icon, but I didn't really like how it was looking. So I did a page full of oranges, and I figured I could just scan them in and trace over the ones I like. And I ended up choosing, my two options that I ended up going with was that one, or was it that one? Yeah, that one. I ended up going with this one, but I gave him leaves like this, and I got rid of these blushies and refined it a lot more. So in the end, this is the branding that I've come up with. This is my little branding guideline sheet so I can see all the information. This is the finished logo and strap line, and I'm really, really happy with it. That's the alternative icon logo in case I have less space and needs to be more box shaped. These are my two options for social media icons. That's the typography, the tone of voice, and these are the colours I finally settled on. I spent so long refining and choosing the colours and seeing different colour combinations and how I can make them look good together, and I'm really happy with this colour palette. It's just me, it's just all my favourite colours in one basically, and each colour corresponds with one of our core values. So creativity, quality, community, sustainability. And what's really exciting is that each colour, actually, like if you look at colour theory, these colours symbolise these things. So yeah, that's really exciting and actually worked out really well. And those are the secondary colours that I'll use to complement these colours. And that's just my mood board example imagery, so I can kind of see the vibe that I'm going for with my photography and colours and things. So yeah, the branding is finally done. I'm so excited. Next, I'm finalising a few things with my business. I need to get a business bank account, look at insurance, you know, all those kind of admin-y things that you need to do in the running of a business. And then I'm going to start working on my website. So I hope you enjoyed this branding journey. I hope you learned something from my struggles. And yeah, let me know what you think of the overall branding in the comments. It'd be really great to hear all of your opinions and your feedback.